G'day guys, Steve Morgan here for Fishing Monthly Magazine's down at the 2019 Melbourne Boat Show, of course, down in Melbourne. It's not just all Melbourne dealers though here. From Morwell, I've got Terry Raymond from Crawford Marine, who's got an exciting brand to display here at the show. There are 5 Campion boats. Now, like me, you may not have heard of Campion boats until we tested some with Terry out at Gippsland Lakes earlier in the year. They're built in Canada, and we've got some of the Canadian expertise to tell us a bit about the boats later on. But Terry, it must be pretty proud for you to put together such an assortment of well-built boats and to be able to display them to 30,000 people here at the Big Smoke.
Yes, exactly what we try to do every year, try to excite the customers and get them to buy some great boats. And I'm wrapped that I've got my Campions and looking forward to doing a few deals and getting the Campion known again. Yes.
Now, from what I've noticed, and I've looked at the website, and if you do yourself a favour and go and look at Campion's website, because it's really well constructed and really shows you these boats in action. But they're a mix of family, pleasure and fishing boats. Of course, here at the boat show, and my expertise is I love that fishing side of boats. How's the interest been so far since you've had these boats on the floor for a few months?
Right, now we've got quite a few samples of the Explorers. The guys are wrapped in what they see as far as potential fishing boats for the Bay and for Victoria and Bass Strait, and can't wait to deliver a couple and get them out and see some fish getting caught.
And of course, Melbourne Boat Show is a great place to do that. Some of these powered by the new Mercuries, and the new V6 and V8 4-strokes that have come out offer some limitless possibilities for these things. They're silent, they're good on the juice, and the power to weight is really good. Like that mid-range torque on these things is good, and it makes them really hum. We had the opportunity to test, of course, some of these boats. The 632 Explorer was one we took for a run at Gippsland Lakes. Here's some footage from that day on the water. Well, there you go. That was the 632 Sports on the water at Gippsland Lakes. There, we copped a little bit of heat over that boat test because we didn't get to see how this great rough water boat performed in rough water, because the closest rough water must have been 200 kilometres a day. It was the best day on Gippsland Lakes I've ever seen.
Yeah, it was a wonderful day. Yeah, we all got sunburned.
Now, you're not just the Gippsland Lakes dealer for these Campions. You're the full Victorian dealer at the moment. So anyone in Victoria that's interested in these Campion boats, you're the man to see, aren't you?
Certainly. Yeah, I represent Campion for Victoria. At this stage, the only one in Australia, yes. So I actually represent Australia in the shorter term, so I'm an Australian dealer. But at this stage, yes, I'm it for Victoria, and yeah, we travel, we deliver, we do water tests throughout Victoria, so please, anyone interested in the boat, says at the boat show want to book an appointment, no obligation, and go to the bay and take them out at Williamstown or something and go for a boat ride. It's all there.
That's it, and that's real old-fashioned service, being able to get in and go for a ride in the boat before you buy it. It's actually harder than you think nowadays to go and do that. Now, the other boat we took out on our test day was a 492. It was a centre console, more a fishing style boat. We're going to show you some footage of that, and when we do, I'm going to have Brian Milligan, who's come all the way from Canada, to tell us a little bit more about these Campion boats. Well, there you go. That was the 492 on Action on the Water there. And I've got a bit of a treat for you here now, because one of the cool things about boat shows is you have experts on boats, motors, trailers, all in the one place at the one time. And if you want to find out about a boat that you're interested in, you've got that expertise there. Now, I've got Brian Milligan with me here today. Brian's from Canada. Big long trip down under, wasn't it, mate? It's a long way down to this part of the world.
Yeah, great 16-hour flight, you bet.
Brian works for the company. He was explaining to me before we filmed this that it's an old company, but it's got new owners now, and it's going through another growth and reinvention phase. Tell us a little bit about the new owners.
Well, you bet. Well, we're a 46-year-old company, and recently, past November, we were purchased by a new ownership group, and it's a pretty exciting time for us. There's a lot of good things on the go.
If you were to summarise just a couple of points of Campion Boats, of course, Australians aren't that familiar with the brand. What would be a couple of points that you would say this sets Campion Boats apart? What would it be?
Well, we've always focused our business around family boating, and so we don't just build them; we use them. We're on a 100-mile-long lake, and everything that we use is run and tested. The boats are all quality-built boats. From a construction point of view, great gel coat. All composite or fiberglass materials and construction. From our standpoint, we've been around for the time that we have because we believe in what we do.
Yep. Understood, and I would agree with all of those comments. The build quality is great, and the boats, I suppose, have evolved to a point where if you think there should be something in this spot to do this job, there generally is, and it's built really well. So if you want to catch up with any of the guys from Crawford Marine or Campion Boats, get yourself down to the Melbourne Boat Show. It's open Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday, most nights till 8 p.m. Now, if you come as well, make sure you enter the draw for there's a $50,000 Mercury and fiberglass boat package being given away. Make sure you put your entry for that as you come in, but come in and talk to the guys and make sure that one of these Campions doesn't get by you.